When it comes to survival, preparedness, or just having fun in the outdoors, the ability to make a fire is pretty close to the top of everybody I know's list, especially mine. And I've always got a lighter in my pocket. I like using a ferro rod. I'm working on my bow drill skills, but sometimes nothing beats the simplicity of having a good old-fashioned match. But in my experience, it's getting really hard to find just a really good, useful match in a lot of places. It seems like matches are getting dumbed down for whatever reason. Well, the folks at UCO have got you covered. They've got a wide variety of matches and fire starting stuff, and that's what we're going to be taking a look at coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So the folks at UCO were kind enough to send me a wide assortment of their matches and strikeable different fire starters, from their stormproof matches to their sweet fire strikeable fire starters to their good old-fashioned plain strike anywhere matches, which I got to be honest with you, I really like these because I've had a pretty hard time finding some good strike anywhere matches. When I was a kid in the Boy Scouts, you get those little red strike anywhere matches, and you could you could literally strike them anywhere, and they would seem like they last a long time. You know, we dip them in wax and stuff to waterproof them, and lately the only ones I can find anywhere are the small ones in the small box at the grocery store or even in a camping store, and they're I think they're diamond matches, and they're like the green ones, and they're in my opinion they are nowhere close to as good as the old school red ones. So the folks at UCO have actually got some red ones. Now I don't know if it's a different chemical composition because it's red or if it's just nostalgic, but they seem to work. So what I thought we'd do is I just want to take you down the old stump top. I'm just going to show you what kind of assortment of stuff they've got. They've got some really cool stuff here to start a fire. And like I said, when it comes to absolute simplicity, it's hard to beat a good old-fashioned match. So let me just, without a lot of rambling, I'm going to take you down to the old stump top, and we'll take a look at all these different things that UCO has. We've looked at a couple of them before, but we're going to put them all in one big conglomeration. We'll just kind of do a roundup video. So no more rambling. Let's start some fires. Thought we'd just start with the basic strike anywhere matches. Let's take one of these out, and we'll just see. How about here? How about the G10 handle of my First Edge folder? So we got a little breeze going here, but you can see pretty good there. So, in my opinion, first of all, this is the only really big box of strike anywhere matches that I've been able to find of the larger size. Like I said, the only ones I could find locally are just the small ones. So I think these seem to be a little better to me. So they've got these plain strike anywhere matches, and then along the match line, they've also got these waterproof matches, and these are just the regular matches. They're not strike anywhere, but they're kind of coated with this waterproof coating. And just to make sure we're on the same page here, I got this bottle of dirty water here, and we'll just go ahead and coat them in there, so like so, right? Sit to the side, and then we'll just see if we can strike them. It'll strike, and what do you know? There it goes. And the coating seems to kind of give it a little flare too. So there's that. It's burning a pretty good long time there. And again, with these matches, you know, you have to shield it from the wind a little bit, but there's that. And you can see it's a pretty good flame to help you get going. So there's waterproof matches. And these are just the regular size matches, come 40 in a little box. Pretty cool there. Speaking of waterproof stuff, their stormproof matches are famous. And let me see if I can open this box up here and show you what's cool about them. They burn up to 15 seconds, and they are also well, I got the thing. This is all wrapped up here, so let's get one of them out. Now these, you have to have a striker for these, and it comes with a striker inside, or there's also a striker on the box. We'll go ahead and use the one on the box, but it gives you extra strikers, and you can put these in a different container. And these are pretty long. They're longer than a normal match, but we'll just go ahead and dip them in the water too. Let you see. Okay, so they're windproof and waterproof matches. So let's just see what happens. You see that coating right there? It just burns. And sometimes you can take them and dip them down, and they'll start back up, which I think is pretty stinking cool. It's kind of like a trick candle. Now when you do that, you lose a lot of your burn time, but we'll do another one. Just see how long it'll burn without the water. You can see even with the wind blowing and whatnot, like a regular match, you can see the smoke going away. So the wind's blowing pretty good here, and that just absolutely helps keep it burning. And you know, once that coating is gone, it's going to be like a regular match. It's going to want to go down, but that gives you a really intense flame for a pretty good bit of time. So that's the stormproof matches. Very, very famous matches. I highly recommend these, by the way. Then we have the Titan stormproof matches, which are essentially the same thing, but they it doesn't really say how long, up to 25 seconds. So let's just check one of these out. These are the big daddies right here. You know I'm going to like these, right? It's the first time I've got a chance to play with one of these. So we just put them back in the box. And so that, even though, like I said, there's a striker on the box, if you want to put these in some kind of other waterproof emergency case, you got extra strikers you can put in there with them. So just watch this bad boy here. You want to get it wet first? Okay, we'll get it wet first. There we go. And just California's probably got all kinds of rules against breathing this smoke. But check it. Would you just check that out? Look at that. Just look at that. That's like a little a torch on a stick. And if you can keep it going on the wood without burning your fingers off, it'll burn a really, really long time. So, is that not cool? What's cool about that is you can kind of set it in a place, maybe stick one in the ground. Whew. So if you stuck one in the ground under your fire and then use the other one to light it, and you can kind of throw it in, you can have a double whammy and probably get anything you got going there. So that's the Titan stormproof match. Is really cool there. Big box comes in a 25 box. Let's see if we got any more matches down here. Finally, two more matches. Sorry, we got the one more match. We just got long burning regular matches. So these are like regular wooden matches. They're not stormproof or anything, but they're, you know, bigger. Let me try and get this lid shut here. They're larger diameter wood, larger, I guess, size wood, and longer. And let's just see how long one of these burns. 1001, 1002, 1003. 1004, 1005, 17, 18, 19, 20. So probably 20-25 seconds if it was laying somewhere else. So that's long burning matches. Pretty cool. 15 a box of those. So I mean, just really cool matches. So that brings the last thing we'll take a look at is, they got this little stormproof match kit here. It comes in a little plastic container, and inside this, in addition to the matches, it's got a striker on the outside and a couple of spares. It's also got this little, cotton wadding stuff here, and you can use that as an accelerant to kind of help keep the, help your fire going, and it also helps cushion these matches a little bit, but. So it just burns, just gives you a little extra tender. But yeah, there's that. So again, pretty cool little kit there. So that's the matches we got to look at. Now we've got the we've seen these before on the channel. These are the Sweet Fire little strikeable fire starters. And what you do, they look like little wedges, and just break them off. And you strike them on a striker. There's a striker on the box, actually, and again, they come with extra strikers. Strike them, and you just sit them there and let them burn. And I think we timed these, and they burned a pretty good while. And they're made out of sugar cane, I think recycled sugar cane, which is pretty cool. So it's stuff that would have been thrown away. Like the wind just blew that one out. So. Which brings me to the other ones, which are stormproof Sweet Fires. And they're just a little bit different. And you can see that if you're in a windy situation, we did these before, they just got that same accelerant stuff on them, that orange cone thing, that allows them to be windproof as they get established. because I should have held that one upside down and let it get established, and we're going to do that. I'm just going to show you, just to show you there's no tricks here. We'll go ahead and strike this one here. Just kind of hold it upside down for a minute, let it get burning really good, like you would a regular match, because you know you got to treat these like a match basically. And once it gets burning pretty good and it's established, and it's going to be a lot less likely to blow out. And we did a video on these, an individual video on these things earlier this year, not too long ago. So anyway, now it seems to be going pretty good. I think it's going to go pretty well now. But the stormproof ones, as you can see, have got that little orange stormproof stuff on them. And you watch it, it'll kind of, as it starts catching, you can see it does that big flare-up fire thing. What that does, that lets it get established like I did that one, holding it upside down. And it just creates a really cool little thing there. Finally, they have the Behemoth Stormproof Sweet Fire. And these things are, gosh, I don't know, 15 minutes. These are like 5 to 7 minutes a piece. These things come in this big, I mean, would you just look at that? Would you just look at that, as they say, as somebody says. Somebody my kids watch says that, or they used to watch. Anyway, so we put those right there like that, and we're going to use this little striker on the side of this box to get this one going. And it's like a stinking torch, man. Look at that. Is that not amazing? I think it's amazing. I mean, it is just, I don't know if I can make it stand up or not, but I think it's amazing. He's standing up. I'm going to block him up there like that. I mean, I don't know. I think it's stinking cool. So, there you go. So, oh, don't forget, these Mama Jammas right here. So, that right there, if you can't get a fire going with that, your wood's wet. Okay, well, that was a hopefully not too rambling look at a lot of different ways that you can strike something and start a fire. I gotta say, I like them all. Honestly, the Strike Anywhere matches are some of the best that I've used in literally decades. The Stormproof matches are absolutely a tried and true staple of survival kits everywhere. And I like the Sweet Fires. I especially like these Behemoth Sweet Fires. That thing is supposed to burn for like 15 minutes. I don't doubt it. The other ones burn 5 or 7 minutes, the small ones. And it just burns well. I like the fact that it's made out of a recycled material, so the stuff that would be thrown away. So, and it's all, you know, it's just good stuff, man. So it's just a pleasure to find stuff that works. It's nothing worse than getting those little boxes of cheesy little Strike Anywhere matches and they break, and they just don't work. And I'm old enough that when I was in Boy Scouts, one of our requirements was we had to be able to start a fire with one match. I don't know if that was his Boy Scout requirement or my troop requirement, but we all got pretty good at building fires. If they'd let me use this, it would have been a no-brainer. Anyway, I'll put a link to this stuff in the description below. Try to put a link up here. If you're looking for a really simple way to start fires, if you're just missing those old school matches, UCO has got you covered. And once again, thanks to the folks at UCO for sending me all this stuff so I could kind of demonstrate it and show it to you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a brand new video every Friday and Saturday, and sometimes random videos throughout the week. There's another one right there. And if you're not subscribed, if you click right down there in the corner, if you click that subscribe button and click that little bell right next to it, you won't miss a single video. I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. Be prepared. I'll see you next time.